would like you to react to the presidency's call that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer should be dealt with for joining the protest while the case is still in court.
Who said that?
Bayo Onanuga.
I don't think.
I am not the Kanu's lawyer. I protested. And I'll be begging them here to arrest me. Mandela. Yes.
What's his lawyer's offense?
Yes.
What would be the offense on what basis? What would be the basis for arresting the lawyers for protesting?
Nisgasa, we're asking you a question. On what basis?
On what basis did he say they should arrest the lawyer?
That he's not supposed to join the protest while the case is still in court.
So is there any code of conduct of lawyers that say
They can't protest? Yes.
Best lawyers, one of the best protesters.
The lawyer has a separate constitution, and the other Nigeria have a separate constitution. It's one constitution they have. The lawyer is a person, and the same right I do to
if they don't release Nnamdi Kanu, senior advocates of Nigeria will join this.
Yes.
FDC, police,
doctors will join this protest.
Yes.
Even surgeons, like people who say no get time, nurses, everybody will join. We're about to announce another date, and that one will be bigger. It will be the mother of all protests.
Exactly.
So they have a chance now. You know, when we were saying it, they thought it was a play. They thought it was play a few days ago when we say we are going to shut down this Abuja. Nothing happened in Abuja today. Even the judge that gave the order that we should not do protest, asked us to come back today. I heard he did not sit. He couldn't make it to his office. So we are not playing. We are not playing, but we are working to get our protesters. The legally arrested protesters.
Okay, to the FCT police and how they were shooting tear gas at every other person. What would be your message to him, seeing that he just assumed?
I don't message police because I know that we are going to have to fight for them again, you know, when they don't pay their pension and gratuity.
Yes.
Is to let them know anybody who is actively oppressing others now. They should look at what is happening to the former policemen who used to oppress others. They see them. We are the one fighting for them. So, if you like, keep supporting oppression. It will get to you. There is no question about it. There is enough of this injustice to go around. We have been fighting for policemen, both serving and our struggle for policemen got 29,000 policemen promoted in this country. Some of them had not been promoted for 8 years. Yes. We got even the retired policemen that we are fighting for. They said they have finally found some of their money. They have increased their gratuity and pension. But our position as far as police is concerned is that we must exit with I think they call it CPR.
Yes.
I call it Ponzi scheme.
Yes.
The contributory Ponzi scheme. You know, Ponzi scheme.
What exactly?
But this one is. Let me thank everybody today. It's massive, successful outreach. Yes, it is massive. They may be hiding it, but this really got them.
Of course.
Yes. We're not making a statement. We told them this is not about making a statement. It's about getting Nnamdi
Free.
What all of them here? Yes. So we are trying to check if anybody is detained at Apple. Okay. If anybody is detained at Apple, let us know because we want to resolve everybody's case.
It's very necessary.
But I told them, saying, Nami organize the protest. Why are you arresting other people?
Other people.
No, they carry me.
Yes.
They don't carry you. They said they don't get any issue with me. I said, I have problem with
A trailer load of problem.
Yeah. So no cause for alarm. We just want to come and brief you.
Yes.
We'll go back inside. And keep processing the.
All of them that are here, they are releasing them today. Now. So you people stay behind.
I still remember myself, James Mike, popularly known as Flag Boy, aka you talk, you die, you don't talk, you go still die. You can imagine how incompetent and useless the Nigerian military and police, civil defense, DSS and the rest has become. In a country whereby insecurity has become the order of the day, we lack our armed forces to protect us. They cannot protect us, but if they see peaceful protesters, they will have the courage, they will come out to show manpower. In a country whereby every day you hear about bandits, every day you hear about kidnapping. Police officers cannot go and pursue them. The same police that cannot stop insecurity But when they see peaceful protesters, they will just come out to shoot guns, shoot tear gas. We are bombarded with tear gas throughout today. I'm like, I ran into a bush. These useless people were still chasing after us, shooting tear gas and live ammunition at us. Peaceful protesters, what did we do? Exercising our constitutional right. Is it a crime? It's not a crime. As long as we are still in democracy, I will protest every day of my life. And nobody can stop me from protesting. Not even the president, not even the Inspector General of Police that has expired in his office. Nobody, even a Fabio, cannot stop me. I would rather die than to fold my hand and keep silent. We are in democracy. We are not in military government. Even during the military government, comrade my show whatever protested. We are in democracy, so I have every right to protest. Look at it. I'm a proudly Nigerian. So no Nigerian is more Nigerian than myself. Mr. President is just there in that office using our taxpayers' money to mobilize police, army, DSS to come and shoot at peaceful protesters. The same police that I, James Mike, aka Flagboy, aka You Talk You Die, have been protesting for them to pay them good salary. I stood at the National Assembly for days protesting for Nigerian police. All they could do is to come out and tear gas me. After how many days I've been going to National Assembly, to Force Headquarters, to protest on behalf of Nigerian police. Nobody is paying me $1. No police gave me bottled water to drink. No police gave me food to eat. I stood for weeks protesting for Nigerian police. For them to be removed from that useless pension scam scheme that they put Nigerian police inside. After 35 days of service, you'll be giving Nigerian police 2 million, 1.5 million. I stood under the sun, under the rain to protest for them. The only thing the thank you Nigerian police had to tell me today is to tear gas me because I came out to exercise my franchise as a Nigerian. We are saying no to it. We are saying no to any manner of oppression. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. So nobody has the right to tell us when to protest, to tell us when not to protest, to tell us where to go and protest. I can decide to go inside the Force Headquarters and protest, you know, pass arrest. As a Nigerian, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I want to advise you as a Nigerian. If you don't want us to protest, then you do the needful. Fix the country. Release Nnamdi Kanu. If you can release bandits, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if you can release cocaine dealers, drug barons and the rest, release Nnamdi Kanu, release Abakare. That is our freedom. That is how to unite with their family. They are all Nigerians, and we are all Nigerians. And I'm standing on the mandate that any oppression to any Nigerian is an oppression to all Nigerians. An injustice to one is an injustice to all. So we are standing on that mandate. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Kaluta continue.
There are two laws in Nigeria, one for the owners of the country and the other one is for the non-Nigerians. Now, this brings us back to the issue of Aloy Ejimakor, the lead counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The presidency has written to the Nigerian Judicial Commission, and also to the Attorney General of the Federation to withdraw all the legal license Aloy Ejimakor because he participated in the protest that was held in Abuja yesterday, just because he's calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Aloy Ejimakor has been transferred to Kuje prison, and the presidency is even doing worse. Because it baffles me that see, in a society, a lawyer should not participate in a process or in a protest. Which law of Nigeria stated that? That is why I always maintain my stance that in this part of the world, it is high time it's high time everybody should go their way, because one Nigerian, to me, that is the highest scam of the day. We've seen Fulani bandits in this country. There are people, state governors, and those in the higher authority are negotiating with bandits every now and then. Now, because Aloy Ejimakor is an evil man, now his license to practice law in Nigeria wants to be retrieved from him. And also, there are consequences that this man will face because he's supporting and he's also calling for the release of Mazi in Kanu. But the question is, for how long can Nigeria be trapped in this shenanigan? How long can an evil man always be used as a scapegoat? Because if Aloy Ejimakor is not an evil man, I believe the federal government would not dare to write to the CJN and then to the National Judicial Commission that his license to practice law in Nigeria should be retrieved. Now, before I continue on this, let me tell you what the federal government said. I'll read it out to you. What the federal government said in regards to Aloy Ejimakor. Now, this is it. Now, a case of professional misconduct. Rules of Professional Conduct, RUPC, for legal practitioners, 2023, Rule 33, Sub Judice Rule. A lawyer of fame or law firm engaged in or associate with prosecution or defense of a criminal matter associated with a civil action shall not, while litigation is anticipated or pending in the matter, make or participate in making any extrajudicial statement that is calculated to prejudice or interference with or is reasonable capable of prejudicing or interfering with the fair trial of the matter or the judgment of sentence. The law expects that lawyer argue that case in court, not on the streets, clubhouse, party, protest ground, or media houses. Protesting for your client as a lawyer is good as trying to influence public opinion. Imagine what the government is saying. Because Aloy Ejimakor choose to protest for Mazi Kanu. Now they are saying he wants to influence public opinion. Now, okay, now let me continue. Before I give summary of what the federal government charge against Aloy Ejimakor is. Now, okay, protesting for your client as a lawyer is as good as trying to influence public opinion on the matter or the judge opinion on the matter. The law is professional misconduct. The law is not emotional. He made a very big mistake. That is what someone is saying. Now, before they come to that, now, how many times has the appeal courts, Federal High Court sitting in Nigeria, has granted Mazi Kanu bail? And yet, they refuse, the Nigerian government refused to honor the bail of Mazi Kanu. Because now, everybody is now pushing blames to Aloy Ejimakor. Are we not in this country that we've seen people whose cases are still in court and their clients troop out to the street to protest for the freedom? Aloy Ejimakor has right to protest. It is not in the Nigerian constitution that says, as a lawyer, if your client's matters is still in the court, then you should not protest. And now they are doing everything possible just to bring down Aloy Ejimakor, even going as far to withdraw his license. But the truth of the matter is that for how long can this evil in this Nigerian society continue? All because Aloy Ejimakor is an evil man. Because we've seen Gumi negotiating on behalf of the bandits, and yet the DSS has not called Gumi for custody. Nothing has happened to Gumi, but because Aloy Ejimakor protest that Kanu should be released, everybody is not saying Aloy Ejimakor should be charged for treason. It's because in this part of the world, when I tell you that justice, when I tell you that laws are made, selected, are only made for the Igbo tribes, the Nigerian law is only effective for the Igbos. Once you are a Fulani man, the law of Nigeria would not always catch up with you, and that is what is presently happening. So, for the fact that Aloy Ejimakor came out and aired his view, protested concerning the delayed tactics by the federal government, because Kanu trial has overstayed. Kanu trial has overstayed. This, when Tinubu came on board, this trial shouldn't have even last 1 more second. The trial of Kanu shouldn't have lasted 1 more second since Tinubu has assumed office. But there has been delayed tactics just to keep Mazi Kanu under detention. Just because he called for the division of Nigeria. And all what Kanu said is it not happening now? Is Nigeria a better society? Fulanis have been going about buying people, aliving and disaliving people, and yet nobody has brought them to book. None of the Fulanis has been arrested. So if the federal government wants to withdraw the license of Aloy Ejimakor, it is not a very good thing to do. Using influence and power just to withdraw his license because his client is wrongfully accused. And we all know it that Mazi Kanu would not get justice in the Nigerian state. No matter how we want to solve this issue, Kanu will not get justice in the Nigerian state. We know what Nigerian state stands for. If Kanu would have gotten justice, he ought to have gotten it a very long time ago. But it has always been back and forth. But when it comes to an Igbo man, the law is always there to convict the Igbo man. But when it comes to the Fulani, the law will pretend as if he does not see what is happening. That is the highest hypocrisy that we have having here in Nigeria. And you think that the Igbo man would not be aggrieved. So you think the Igbo man would not be pushing for the exit of Nigeria. He will push because of what is happening. That every time the Igbo man has always been used as a scapegoat in this society, and which is not a very good one for us. So the federal government should stop whatever they are trying to do to bring down Aloy Ejimakor, because people would have to come out and resist that. We've seen thousands of lawyers come out to protest, even when something is happening, and now nothing was done to them. Why is it not? Because why is it now that is the turn of an Igbo man? The same Igbo man wants to be used as scapegoat. That is the current situation here in Nigeria. The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDH of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samuel Ekpa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast. And now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work. And then it has never been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria. And that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? Who is more deadly? Well,